the way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones with bricks and bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Around and find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep it style, I'm a wild out.
Daddy Bengals, that's the team we're gonna
so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tigers of Honolulu taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Mayfield down. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Honolulu first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tigers.
They'll try the left side. Sampson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Dylan Sampson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Tigers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
looking to put a drive together.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Ready?
On play action, Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing now, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Bronco 80.
To throw is Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rig. Check the eagle. Check the eagle. Rig. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo.
And he stopped immediately there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bengals at 6-3 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward.
And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. The 20. 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back. Hawk 7. Check. Panther. Hurt. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
But once again, it's Scatterboo. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the
77.
48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Crack all 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. 5 here.
Now Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
First down and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Some strong running at the 20. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Tigers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
21. Bengals nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready,
Ward going up top and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
180. What's up?
They go play action. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one too low.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but you're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's second and 10.
Warriors 70. Here we go, here we go. Rockwell 80, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Ward. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. They find some open field here. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, ready?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Viking 18! Let go!
Off the bootleg, Ward. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Viking 18!
Throwing is Ward. Completes this one to Pickens. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll set up the screen to Scatterby. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
To the air again, Ward. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To throw, here's Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. George Pickens in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. extra point by McPherson up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
He's got this to Pickens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They got to go back out there and play.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now. Past the 60. Past the 60.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Jalen Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position. And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7.
Hey, check that. Hey, 60 Bison. Ready?
On the handoff, this is Scalaboo. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ward now from the gun on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Got it. Ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Moore. Complete to Likely. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've got 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just getting gaps and trying to make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? Go.
Off the bootleg. Moore. That is caught. He's going for a Bengal touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
On first down, Sampson. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And the tight end goes in motion left. keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 24.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dylan Sampson, a 23-yard run. And the Tigers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll try to run a reverse here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first and 10, here's Irvin. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll try again here, second and 10. An inside run to Scalaboo. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
Here now, third down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Buffalo 18. Go.
He'll look to throw. We'll try and do this. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
The 6-yard line.
They'll give it to Scalaboo. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Hawk, step it up.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Scatterby. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
On the double. 19, Charger. Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
They'll try it now with Scatterby. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters.